Thanks for waiting, everybody. We are now on to our second game of the night here for our entry division in the Galorants training grounds group stages. And that's going to be your players in Iron through Bronze 3. And we are excited. I think some of you guys that have maybe been around since game 1 see some familiar names. We've got Wolf. Is it Wolves, Kaylee, or is it WolFEs? I'm so
So
I'm
in the
new.
past, they've been called Wolfies on broadcast like every single time, but their intent when they made the team was Wolves, but with FE for Iron, since they're an Iron team,
Okay,
because
I
they're
like it.
STEM girls.
Yes. Okay, so wolves. Okay. And you guys might be wondering, well, who's talking right now? My name is Lucy May. And of course, as I said, with me is Kaylee. Thanks for being here. I'm so excited to cast this game with you and to see these girls pop off. And this is your second match, right? Tonight.
I got to see Wolves last match. I don't think I've ever seen Hypnosis before. Yeah, I
Okay.
think I've never seen them before,
Choose your
so
agent.
I have no clue what to expect from them. I know that Days Dreams did really well last game on the Phoenix, so I'm excited to see that again. Uh,
All
Seeing
right. Yeah.
Sage on both teams, and we got Viper out on the side of Hypnosis.
Let's go.
Always love to see a Viper, especially with the recent buffs coming in from her. She's so powerful. It'll be cool if we see some lineups coming through from Peach Tea. Don't know for sure, but they'll be starting on that defending side, so harder to have like Molly lineups for the defending side, but we may see some one ways. And it looks like a relatively standard comp on the side of Wolves. They do still have that Sova for Cynical Windmill, which is far weaker on Split traditionally.
Okay.
And we aren't seeing a Sentinel coming out from them in the likes of a Sentinel like Cypher or Killjoy. We do see the Sage, but they don't have that Sentinel to just lock down a site. Which, since they're starting on the attack, that doesn't matter for now, but we'll see if they're able to hold down flanks, if Hypnosis decides to go for it. And it looks like they're going for a bit of an A stack here, and they'll be met immediately with Killjoy utility. And I'm excited to see how they deal with that, because they will run into that Nano Swarm, Lucy.
Yeah, you know, Kaylee, I'm gonna be honest here and to the broadcast here to chat. I can't even hear the game.
You can't hear the game?
No, I
Oh,
can't.
no.
What is happening? This is how we're starting the night off. It's fine. You know, it's not an official broadcast unless you've got some
Strike
technical
down A.
difficulties. Am I right?
We are seeing the kills come through. We
I
have
have the
some
spike.
trades. Spike's still yet to go down, Lucy.
Oh my gosh, okay. Let me see about this. We're doing all the things right now that I can to try to
Watch
get this
out.
game up into my ears.
Here, I'll do a little bit of the play-by-play. Cynicle's going for that drone, but Peachy will be able to catch her on that utility out. And it's even for both the defenders and the attackers, but Daze brings it back into their advantage. But Peachy going for that hold on the defuse, and Valkyrie should be able to take her out, and it's all left up to Night Ember here. She's low on health, but that heal will get her up a bit more, and she spots out Dazed, but has no clue where Valkyrie is. She runs into Valkyrie with her knife out, is not quite expecting Valkyrie to be hiding behind the screen there, and all the players get taken out by the spike at the end there, so we are going to be seeing no armor coming in or any special pistols from the last round, but Wolves should be able to force into this round if they choose to. It looks like they're opting for a bit of the light armor pistols into this round. And they are taking a lot of the ghosts, so they should be looking for a bit more of long-range fights, and it's a relatively even playing field here with just pistols and light armor across the board. They are going for
Right.
that B rush, and the Killjoy utility once again is here.
We have sound, everyone! Yes, and we have a full push right through B main, and it's gonna be pistols just popping off everywhere as the utility comes flying in from the defensive side. You see that they're holding this off pretty well. Ash Chicken just kind of feeling it out here, and it's looking like they're gonna just go ahead and forfeit the site and make a quiet rotation on through mid.
All of the defenders of Hypnosis have rotated here, and it looks like they're realizing that they're not going for this full commit, and they're regaining some of their A control, and Wolves hasn't been fast enough on this rotate to capitalize on that, so they'll just have to deal with the defenders towards mid, but Hypnosis has completely read this wrong, and they're going for a full rotation towards A.
Yep, and here they are. They're coming back into the B side. That was actually pretty good because as you were saying, they were making that rotation a little slow. So that led Hypnosis to believe that they were going A. And so you see them all kind of scrambling back right now through their spawn side. The spike does go down. The attackers try and hold spots here. Ash Chicken is unable to hold B main. Goes down to Night Ember. This is Night Ember, for anyone wondering. This is what you're going to be hearing us call. Wait. I'm not looking at the right one. There it is. I'm here. It's Daydream. It's fine. Kaylee, you know, we're getting started. Just like the pistols getting the game warmed up, we're getting warmed up in here. And Night Ember is going to get that final, or get a kill there after the fact, going on into round 3.
Unfortunately for Wolves there, they aren't able to stop that defuse since Cynical Windmill just got stuck getting pinched in Garage, and all of her teammates on site got taken down even though she was able to take out 2 on her way out. And it is looking like they're going to take a bit more of mid presence here, take a bit of B main. It looks like a bit of a default coming through from the side of Wolves.
You see Dazed from the Wolves side over there by herself. Get a little feel out on A site. As everyone, the remaining players are going to be holding back on the B site, probably waiting for a call to let Hypnosis believe that this is going to be an A push. As you see, they are falling for that. So Daze is going to go ahead and rotate through mid and meet up with her teammates as they're still kind of holding patiently here.
Might be a bit slow on this B take here. Well, Hypnosis might be able to read into this fake, but it looks like the map could just be split in half here, and the both sides are just on completely different sides. But Hypnosis has realized their over rotation, and they're putting up that one-way on
Yeah, that was really interesting. I'm not sure what the idea behind maybe waiting that long was, because they had the entire site to themselves, but of course they didn't know that. And oh my gosh, Daisy Dream is able to get that kill off after being in mid utility use, but unfortunately gets taken out. It's a 3v3. You hear the spike getting planted as we speak.
Spike planted.
Hypnosis trying to regain control of site as the remaining 2 players of Wolves fall back into B main to get a little better angle on the spike, which they didn't really plant for themselves to be holding off. And B main, a beautiful dart by Cynical Windmill. Oh, this is why, because we've got the Hunter's Fury popping off right here to keep the defensive team from being able to defuse this. Oh no, but you see the defuse is happening right now.
Neutralized.
And it's going down. Unfortunately, they got to push this. Yep, there it is. They got the defuse off. Unfortunately, so that gives the round over to Hypnosis as they take the lead, 2-1.
Mai's doing a wonderful job of knowing when her teammates are able to cover her defuse, and she's been able to just hold the defuse, and it's really difficult for Wolves to know that they need a push, and they have to push past so many defenders to be able to stop her. And it looks like they'll be able to go for a bit more of an A take here, and they do have Dazed Dreams run it back online, and we'll see if they opt to use that on this, a bit of a save round.
Blocking site. Yep, looks like they're gonna full commit now to A site, and this is how this is gonna be perceived for Hypnosis. Could be interesting because they've been fooled before, right? So Reyna at Spleen able to get that kill onto Volatile, but the spike is being planted. Who am I following here? There we go. Right, the defensive team's coming through. trying to take sight as the bodies of wolves, Team Wolves, are getting dropped. Cynical was gonna go into Owl right there, but heard the footsteps coming in, able to get the kill onto Spleen. The remaining players of Hypnosis are converging onto sight. There's the Owl, and that put Cynical really in a rough spot. But that's sometimes how the cookie crumbles, you know? So we're gonna get this diffuse once again, and that's gonna be a 3-1 for Hypnosis.
A good save round coming through from Wolves. They would have liked to see a bit more picks coming through, but getting the bomb down alone is a bit of a win for them because they do get those credits off of that. But Hypnosis has so many ults online here. It's going to be hard to take a site with that Viper's pit online. Even if they get a pick, they have Resurrection and Lockdown in the retake. It's going to be really rough here for Wolves into this upcoming round if Hypnosis decides to invest ults into this.
Yeah, so now Wolves were able to buy up, right? So it's a little bit more of a... Oh no, Peach didn't buy any shields. I don't know if that was intentional on the defensive side. But you see that wall's gonna go up. Daydream's gonna sneak on through, able to get the kill on to Ember. Pushing on. See that the site was basically clear. Alright, they're flying through, trying to get this plant down. Only 2 of those ults are available for use at this moment. Spleen luckily able to kind of dismiss out of there that fire. Now all left is Cynical, but unfortunately not able to get that as it goes to another round for Hypnosis.
Saw Spleen really clean up there. She got a nice initial pick onto Dazed, who we've seen in the past can pop off for her team. And I think the beginning of the collapse in that round was the Viper not being cleared, but I think it came down to that Killjoy ult just being able to stall them out, and they got a bit flustered by having to relocate in their post plan.
Ooh, look at they got an op now on the defensive side. With
Ooh,
Sage.
an opping Sage.
Yeah.
I think it can work on lots of different maps, and as long as she doesn't get smoked off here, she should have a good time, but Wolves is going for this mid push, so she may have a rough time.
Sage is holding B Heaven with that op. Playing obviously a little bit more passive. We've been seeing her kind of play a little bit more forward onto the entrance of B site. That's going to be a fight right there. Initial mid, and Dazed Dreams gets that kill. Able to heal herself up here, so they can just reset. Making some nice slow progress here.
It's going to be a bit rough for Wolves here to take A site, and the defenders know this, so they've stacked towards B. They have that 3-man stack, and they're just playing the Viper handle all of A.
Oh my gosh. The res went... Okay.
Spike down mid.
Yeah.
You will not kill
So then the res is going to come out for the Wolves. As the fight has been broken up here at mid, and the remaining 3 players of the attacking team, Wolves, are going to be aggressing onto A
30
site.
seconds left.
They know Viper is gone, and A should be somewhat clear. I'm sure they had eyes on Reyna and Killjoy there. That is going to be an unlucky for Volatile going down 2v2.
Planted.
Spike is down. Reyna hits her ult, so this is giving her quite the advantage, being able to have faster fire rate and being able to heal up. Dismiss with that wall is getting her way right there, but going to aggress on through. Sage is holding this, and that fear is going to definitely knew that was going to happen. Valkyrie goes down. That was a beautiful play for Spleen. Utility there, and she gets the final kill on Ashe. Hello, Spleen! Clutch right there, getting a 4K to get another round for Hypnosis. Do you think, Kaylee...
That was a 6K. That was a 6K.
That was 6?
Yes.
I missed it. Oh my goodness. Oh, there...
I got really lost that round. I'm not going to lie, the res coming out on both sides is a bit confusing with Night Ember just running in with her knife out. But Spleen was just able to clean up for her team. She stayed holding that body for Wolves, and so when Daze got rezzed, she just instantly died because none of her teammates were holding for her. And it's just such a strong hold wherever she is. Whenever she comes in the retake, she's able to get these picks, and she's just having a huge impact for her team.
An initial fire. What is happening? Oh no, Jet. She seemed to kind of look like she lagged out. She walked slowly in a side direction. Wasn't even looking like she was in game, so I hope she's all right and still in. But unfortunately, that's going to be one player down for Hypnosis. Looks like we're getting a little word in the chat that there's a little lag happening, unfortunately. But 2 players down on the defensive side. Daydream's going to heal up here. One of the pluses of playing Phoenix. Oh my goodness.
Last player standing.
Oh gosh, it seems to be it one by one. Everyone's getting picked off. Hypnosis, all up to Spleen now. If anyone can do it, it's Spleen, right? Here we go. One down. She's got a stage around the corner. Unable to get that second one off. So that's going to be a round for Wolves finally being able to win and hopefully be able to get their a little bit better economy going.
And like you said, with that good economy, they also have the ultimate economy going into this round. They have 4 ultimates online. They should be able to use the run it back to entry onto the site. And it looks like the call is to go towards A, and I'm hoping to see that run it back coming out on the side of Day's Dreams. And they should have a good post plant here as well with the Hunter's Fury online, Lucy.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Days doing this earlier in the game, popping their ult and going onto site to get some intel there. Currently not using it just yet. Just gonna get that basic info starting out. You can hear that action in vents. Is that an up I saw? Yep, that's an up for Spleen here. Let's see what she can do with it. Ooh, gets that pick on Ash. It's another one. Oh my goodness, that is definitely not a position you want to be in with an up. Right that close with a player, but now it's all up to Volatile. I'm sorry, Valkyrie.
Satisfying.
Great kill. It's good to take the 1v1s where she can for sure. She heard the footsteps here in screens. She doesn't have the spike, and Hypnosis very well with it. Oh no! Valkyrie didn't check her corner there, and it's punished for it, so that's turning right back over to Hypnosis.
We didn't see any of the ults coming out on the side of
Yeah.
They did have some good presence towards ramps there, but the players in heaven weren't able to support their players on site, and so their site take just got picked apart, and it just got left up to all the players in heaven, and they were smoked off by their own smoke. And looks like the call is to go for a bit of a mid take, and we've seen them take a bit of success here, but they get a little lost whenever they get far up. Lucy.
Yeah, I mean, you see that no one's even contesting the mid. They're holding, Hypnosis is holding pretty firmly for whether it's A or B. They're listening for that intel. They're giving up mid altogether. So you see that they're kind of pushing onto the site proper. There's that run it back, gonna be popped off, and Hypnosis heard it, and they were trying to scramble. Day's able to get Hope World down there before she got around the corner. Spike is going to go down. Volatile gonna hold this corner for her team. Oh, there, the Lero, no. As you said, the ultimates are there definitely for their use. The Hunter's Fury is also available. It's kind of a play that they were able to make earlier in the game. Probably going to be leaning a lot into that. But it's looking like Hypnosis is having a hard time getting onto site. There's a wall up blocking them from coming in from the spawn side. You hear it ticking away. This spike needs to be defused now, or they need to make a decision to save. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen, but it's all now down to 2 on the defensive side. Peach able to get the pick. Volatile caught reloading. And that's it right there. Hypnosis knowing they don't have it. They're going to fall back to save their 2 rifles. And it's a round for Wolves, getting them a little bit closer. It's a 6-3 in favor of Hypnosis.
I think the run it back went really huge in that round because not only did she make space, she also forced the enemy Sage to panic a bit and put up her wall, making only one way for her team to be able to retake the site because there were 2 walls towards CT in that retake. And so maybe Hypnosis will realize their mistake in that round of giving up so much mid control, but it doesn't look like they're stacking much towards it, and perhaps they'll have the Sage Wall get put up, but Wolves isn't exploiting this, so it should be okay on their side.
All right. Here is the tried and true flash from Dazed Dreams, which does give Hypnosis an idea that a push is trying to be made here. That was good, kind of a decoy there, little cover so they can get that orb. Get some more going for their ultimates.
Sage has a good eye towards mid here, but will she be able to spot all of these attackers just going for this rush?
Oh my goodness. Ember almost went down, was able to get the wall up, does finally go down, and so that's the attackers there are just aggressing into heaven here. B Tower now is in the ownership of the Wolves. You see Spleen taking a little step back. I'm gonna wait for the retake here. Peach T in a sneaky little corner. They didn't check it. Volatile punishes her though, however. That leaves 2 players left for the defensive side. Both on the spawn side. No, Rena, she actually... Trying to read this. No, yeah. All right, what are we doing here? Definitely making a lot of noise heaven, so they definitely know she is there. Hunter's Fury, that's what they're definitely banking on the defensive side. There it is. That's gonna slow the defuse down. But is it gonna be enough to keep it? Oh my goodness, Spleen gets caught in one. But I believe she has time. Do you see? Mel is trying to push up onto site. Oh, not in time. The defenders get it. They got the defuse.
Once again, Hypnosis is doing a wonderful job of trusting their teammates to be able to hold for them to be able to get that defuse, because if Spleen didn't trust her teammate there, she might have gotten off that bomb and just it would have exploded, and Volatile would have had that clutch. And looks like Wolves is looking to shake it up a bit, going for more of an A take as they've been leaning into B and mid the last couple of rounds, and they'll be met with Killjoy here, Lucy.
Ooh. All right. It's A. It's kind of going back and forth, teeter-tottering right here on sites. Dazed Dream is able to get that orb to help tick her up for her ultimate. You were kind of mentioning that earlier, how she's really good at getting her ultimates online pretty quickly and often. On site. Oh, Spleen gets the spike down. First kill, second kill. Spike is still on site. Spleen gets taken out. Now it's all up to Valkyrie. That was gonna be a yikes. Definitely tough. And the Wolves, they're going down.
Last round in the half.
Kaylee, it's 8-3 already. You just casted a game that they've just done. What are you thinking about for the Wolves? You think this is possible for them to bring it back?
We saw them struggle a bit on the defensive side of Icebox, but I think that comes down to just the rotations being so much longer on Icebox, so I'm hoping we'll see them fare a bit better on the defensive side of Split, but I'm really hoping they can take this round home so they can have a better chance at holding on to that defensive side.
Yep, last round in the half. There it is. Run it back is active. See all the ultimates ready to go, except for the Hunter's Fury. They just used that. They definitely do have a good stack going, and they're going to have to use it all this round. So both teams know that they're definitely available and will be used. There's no guessing about it. As long as they're alive, Daze is going to go ahead and push on in for her squad. Getting B tower control. Wall is going to go out. Keep anybody from coming up. Yes, run it back, because we're going to peek around this corner and try to get some kills, but is unable to get any picks. So they're just scrambling. You see Hypnosis just kind of hanging back. I guess they just know they don't really need to aggress super hard because they are up 8-3. Spike is down. On the defensive side, they're all grouped up into one area. So you see now they're actually now splitting up to take a little different control. Lockdown's going to go up for the defensive side. Oh my goodness. Jet versus Jet. Mel goes down.
Last player standing.
No, it's Cynical. Almost. Fortunately, not able to win that, and that is another round for Hypnosis. It's gonna go 9-3 going into the half.
I think the call from Hypnosis was really good there. They waited for the lockdown. They knew they could
Switching
just play
sides.
retake because they had that ultimate online. And they were just able to close out that 9-3 half, and they're looking really strong into this round. And so if Wolves wants to keep this in a competitive fashion, they're going to want to take this pistol round. If they lose this pistol round, then they could just snowball into the force, and then they have to win the bonus. So it's I believe we've seen them win pistol rounds, and we saw them win the original pistol round for this match, so hopefully they'll be able to take this one as well. And they do have the stack towards A here, Lucy.
Yeah, they definitely, you're totally right. That's their saving grace would be if they can get this pistol round. Definitely will set them up for success to be able to bring this back for themselves. Will put them, it'll be a real tough uphill battle if they're not able to. So that is a recon dart coming out and spotting a whole lot of Hypnosis there on the attack. That's the call for the defensive side to know that this is an A push. They scramble on to sight. Bodies are falling from the defensive side. That was an aggressive push. Look, everybody from Hypnosis, they're up in A tower. Getting that control. Gunfight's going down.
Last player standing.
Great pistol work from Dazed. Just kind of playing it a little slow here.
Spike planted.
I was just about to say the spike hasn't gone down yet, but there it is. Reyna doesn't have a lot of health, so this could be more like a 1v2.5, I'll call it. But she's got to know where she's at, right? This is a pretty rough position to be in. Oh my goodness. Well, that's a pick on to a jumping Night Ember. Daydreams make sure that she's not getting flanked on. And now she's running out of time, so there's no more sneaky plays here. She's gonna have to just book it, because they can definitely hear her coming down A ramp. Oh goodness, Hot Hands goes out, but it doesn't see Spleen, who gets the final kill and the round.
I'm curious to see how Wolves are going to decide to go into this round, because they know they're very behind, so the choice is there to force up, but it looks like they'll decide to go for that save, try to remain at 11 rounds for Hypnosis, because Hypnosis should be able to take this round, and Wolves just really want to be able to take away as many of those SMGs as they can.
Absolutely. Oh, there was a little sneaky peek there from Volatile. And I guess Hypnosis is going to decide against A. However, knowing that they do have the gun advantage here with their SMGs versus the defensive side's pistols. And this is what they're kind of doing a little bit better than the Wolves were able to kind of do in what you were saying, how Wolves took a lot of time, right, to rotate and make that decision and follow through. Oh, Ash is gonna get punished there in mid. Push is coming out. It's hot onto B site. Spike gonna be planted at default here. Spleen is going to go into the defensive side, try to get some of these picks. Oh, Valkyrie doesn't have her gun out, making a lot of noise. Gets caught out by Spleen. Shot's gonna go to, oh no, Volatile. Poor thing.
Last player standing.
Seems to be having a little bit of trouble here.
Blocking sight.
She's doing the best she can for sure. She's just trying to survive at this point. But there it is. Spleen catches her. That's another round. It is now 11-3, as you said, Kaylee. And this is really where they need to show up. They don't want to have their backs against the wall.
This is the critical round. There are 2 duelist ultimates online, one for each side, and it looks like it doesn't even... Both sides are gonna have rifles. It looks like Hypnosis has decided to force into this round. Everyone except for Night Ember has a rifle here, and she should be able to pick up a Spectre from their spawn. So it's going to be really even round for both sides, and it's critical for Wolves to win this point if they want to stay into the game.
Yeah, it's really interesting, right? That Hypnosis feeling very confident in their gunplay. They paid the extra money to get level up their guns, and this does not help Wolf, right? This is an opportunity for them to maybe bring this back. Ash is gonna go down. Volatile, able to get a lucky pick. Second pick, unfortunately, has to
down
reload. Oh, that was 3. My goodness. So that was 2, my bad. But 3 of the Hypnosis is down.
Valkyrie's having a little bit of a rough time with the rope there, but it looks like Hypnosis is just going to decide to regroup and re-hit A here.
I'm still trying to...
I dropped the spike.
I'm like, okay, they're different sides now. Lucy, come on. All right. Hypnosis is attacking. The Wolves on defense. It's a 2v3, totally doable. Valkyrie gonna go down. Now it's a 2v2, so we've leveled... No, we haven't leveled the
Last
field
player
because
standing.
Killjoy on the attacking
Spike
side is
down
literally...
A.
You just look at her wrong and she's about to fall over. Spike is down. Wolves know that they have it.
Looks like
Like
Mai's
Mai's
going to
going-
opt for the save.
Yeah. Which is, I guess smart here, honestly, because that's at least a confirmed rifle for the next round. Because
10 seconds left.
as I had said before, it's like they're gonna... Now their back's against the wall.
I think Hypnosis off of this save will be able to buy into the next round still. Because they've gotten so many kills both rounds that their economy's still pretty good.
Yeah, Ember has a lot of money. The Sages on both sides didn't full shield last round. They went half. But
It looks like a weird buy coming out
yeah,
of Hypnosis here, and Wolves should force into this round because they can't afford to lose a round at this point. They don't want to be pushed up against that match point where they're forced to never make a mistake.
They will cover.
Lean going for that ultimate instantly. We'll see if she's able to clear days though.
all right. So it's a full push on the B side here, and I'm going to get my team straight. I promise, guys. I called that last one for the attackers. My silly mind. Spike is down. 3 players left for the defensive side as they are... This is looking really good for Hypnosis.
They have 3 players left up. They still have
One
the
enemy
Rainbolts left
remaining.
online, and it's all left up to Ash Chicken, and Mai's just able to take them both down. And now Wolves is forced up against that match point,
Match
and
point.
they have to string together 8 rounds if they want to push overtime here, and it's so difficult to do that. You cannot make a mistake at this point, and they're gonna have to force into every single round.
Yeah. Not a position you definitely want to be in this far down. So we've been watching Wolves do what they're doing on the defensive side, Kaylee. What can they do to really just... It seems like the retake... They're getting taken down really on the push.
They're getting
guess.
taken apart by
Yeah.
the Reyna, and it's really hard to counter that. You have to be able to attempt to trade her even with her utility, and Dace going for the risky play gets the intel that they're all there, Lucy.
Wow. There they are. They know that they are found out, so they're going to go ahead and commit here. Reyna, Days, my goodness. Only able to get 1, unfortunately, but that is going to be the spike going down. The lockdown also
Spike
in
planted.
place, which is going to keep the... Well, that's unfortunate. Oh my goodness. We've got Volatile detained here. Oh, that is a great save by Ember or Valkyrie. Oh my gosh. She just saved her teammate from being detained. Love to see it.
One enemy remaining.
3. Oh, Mel is going to town right now. Volatile having a little difficulty still here. Reloading. And that is going to be it.
Attackers
Nothing she
win.
could do. 13-4. Hypnosis taking split. Going to be just ever so continuing on with their stats in these group stages and potentially making their way into the playoffs. Wow, Kaylee.
Well, my game just got a Vanguard error, but before
Mm.
I know what I wanted to talk about before, even though I can't see the scoreboard. Riot's just having problems today, Lucy.
Oh no.
Um, Spleen dropped at least 30 kills this game. And
Yes.
I think everyone else was relatively even. I can't see the scoreboard now, but everyone kill wise was relatively even beyond Spleen. And it's just so difficult to counter Arena that's just getting so many kills like that because her utility is just entirely made for her to be able to take a fight, and if she gets a kill, just immediately get out of it and reset.
Yeah, she definitely played Reina to the best that Reina can be played. Definitely popped off for her team. So kudos to them. And kudos to you guys, chat, for hanging in there and watching these ladies play. There is one more game up next for entry division. This is our group stages happening tonight. So definitely stick around. There's been 8 teams tonight. They're in 2 groups. They're doing these group stages. The top 4 will advance to next week's playoffs, where then it will be a best of 3. Currently, we're doing a best of 1. You know how pool play kind of goes down to get those, see who gets the most wins and the most kills and what have you. And then the finals will be the week after that. So 3 weeks of awesome Galorants training grounds action right here at twitch.tv/Galorant. So if you're not following, make sure to hit that follow button for sure. And stick around. I've been Lucy May, and with me, Kaylee.
And it should be exciting to see the next game because we've been following only one of the two groups in this division. So the next game is going to be coming from the other side and should be exciting to see how the other teams are faring.
Yes, and shout out to Sajidine, everybody, the doing everything. Obs, producer, admin, the queen, keeping this production going. It's been fantastic. Exclamation mark Discord, of course. If you guys aren't already there, you know the drill. Join on up. And also exclamation mark socials to follow all the things. And as Kaylee said, remember, guys, one more game. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna take a quick break, set that up, and we'll be right back after this.